Hey guys, it's Maria. Today we're going to go over how to add custom fonts to your Squarespace site. Now Squarespace has a lot of fonts already in it. We also have access to Adobe's fonts as well in there, but sometimes we just want to add our own font. If you found one that's free online or something that you've paid for, I'll show you how to add it. Additionally, I'll also show you how to style it as well, especially if you need two different types of fonts on one line of text. Let's get started. So I'm in the back of my site now. Let's get over to the custom CSS panel. First, we're going to go over to website here and then scroll down to website tools. From there, we'll select custom CSS. I've already added in our CSS for the custom font, so now let's upload our font files. You'll want to keep in mind that for this custom CSS for the font, we want an OTF font file as well as a WAF file. Basically, this is going to allow us to showcase our fonts on different browsers and make sure that it's web optimized. So if you don't have a OTF or WAF font, you can simply use an online converter. I like to go to Cloud Convert here, and it's as simple as just uploading your file and then selecting the file that you want. Then we'll go back over to our website. I already have my files uploaded, so I'm going to go ahead and insert them. So this new font that I'm adding is called Nuneato Sans. And then right here in the insert, I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Make sure that you have the two quote marks on each side. If you don't have that, it's not going to work. So we'll go to the custom file. This is the OTF font, so I'll just click on it. And then we'll do the same for the WAF font here. I've got that. Awesome. So now that we have our font files in, we basically want to tell the system or Squarespace like, hey, for this type of font, I want it to be put here. So you can see we have a header 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And so for this specific font, I want it to be a header font. So let's go ahead and add it in. So we have H1, H2, H3, and H4. And then we'll add the font family in, which is Nuneato Sans. Just like that. And also add in those quotation marks as well. And we'll make sure to add an important just to let it know that regardless of the situation, we want it to be this font. And you can check it also by just copying it or deleting it, and you'll see that the fonts for the headers change back, and if we reverse it, the fonts are there. Awesome. So now I'll show you how to style it. So let's say, for example, in a scenario for your header fonts, you want a really cool like accent font there. Typically with Squarespace fonts and just in general, you can't apply two different types of fonts onto one. So let's say like a header text block here or something like that, but we can achieve it with custom CSS. What we'll do is find the code for it. And so we'll have to basically manipulate the styling. CSS allows you to target different types of styles in the code. And so here's how we're going to do it. Right here, you'll see that this header font here is just a regular font. And typically with different types of fonts, you can bold it, you can italics it, etc. In this CSS hack, what we're going to do is select a type or just select font here. And what I'm going to do is italicize it like that. And then we're going to go back into the custom CSS panel, and then we're going to target that and then apply that secondary font to that styling. I'm going to open up my page inspector here and see that the code is saying EM. And so basically what that's telling me is EM is the selector for that. So I'm going to go back into my custom CSS panel here, and then for H1 EM, H2 EM, and then etc. I'm going to apply a different font to it. Now, because I don't have any fonts in here just yet, I'm going to add that in just a second, but I'm going to apply the styling just like that as well, and we'll make sure to note it as secondary. I have my other font files in here, so I'll be right back. Just going to add them. Okay, I've added in my new custom font now, so I'm just going to target the name and then add it to my code down here. So it'll be just like that. So you'll notice now any of the italicized headers that I had before is now implemented with that new font. So from here, once we're done, we'll go ahead and click save. And that's it. That's how you add in a custom font, and then how you add in a secondary font to kind of style it and create something different.